Welcome back. I'm Beth Genly, your host. My home club is Toastmasters for Speaking Professionals, and I'm very pleased this evening to welcome James Wantz, who's back again to talk about the Pathways program. Welcome to our show, James.
Hi, welcome.
So James, I understand that you've been working with Pathways for a while, and you've run into some interesting new developments that are different from the legacy program that make you really enthusiastic about Pathways. Tell us a story.
Absolutely. What I refer to them as is those nuggets, kind of those golden nuggets, some really fun things that I'm finding inside of Pathways that I really am enjoying. The first one that I found inside of the first level. The first level is made up of the icebreaker and then a couple of speeches back to back and then a research project. But the piece that I really liked about that first level is that the second speech is you give a speech, you get an evaluation, and then you do the same speech again. And it had to have been probably over a year that I was in Toastmasters before I realized I could give the same speech again. My mentor said, well, why don't you bring that speech back and work on it? But I never even thought about that. So I'm really happy that Toastmasters has put that concept right into the first level. And then the second level, there's this wonderful piece in the presentation mastery path where you analyze your communication style. And I took their online test, and it went through and asked me a series of questions, and I realized that I'm very task-oriented, I'm very analytical, and I'm a very job-centered kind of person. Well, I was having a conversation with a lady that I'm working on a project with, and she was talking about how we needed to speak to other people, about how they were relating to the goals, and she wasn't sure about the vision. And I kept asking her, well, we have this deadline. We need to get something out. We have this deadline. What do you want me to do? And I realized about midway through the call that we were speaking two entirely different sets of language. And it was pretty much a problem. And I figured that out after doing that communication assessment. And once I'd figured that out, it was a lot better at that point. I mean, those are just two of the things that I'm finding that I enjoy.
That's beautiful. So Toastmasters is so much about leadership, and leadership through communication and leadership through excellent speaking skills. So it sounds like they've combined it more so that you were able to exercise some leadership in your interaction with that woman based on what you'd learned.
Yeah, they have. They've taken the presentation and the leadership and kind of melded them together. Because there are 10 different paths, and you choose kind of which way you want to go through Toastmasters. I mean, it used to be under Legacy that you had the communication track or you had the leadership track. But now you've got 10 completely different choices. You can go for innovative planning or strategic relationships or effective coaching or presentation mastery, and every single one of those is different. And I love this idea of picking one that's best going to fit exactly what you want to do with your life, as opposed to having to find something inside of two set tracks. The freedom, I think, is what I'm really enjoying.
That's beautiful. So you can choose to challenge yourself in an area that you don't know much about, or you can choose to get much more richness and depth in something that you... Okay, tell me why you're laughing.
Well, I'm laughing because the first path that I chose was presentation mastery, and I'm comfortable with giving presentations. So I figured if I was going to challenge myself, I had to go with something that was challenging. Well, I hate networking events. I absolutely hate them. I break out in hives. So I figured I'd better sign up for the strategic relationships path, which is about networking, if in fact I'm going to improve at all in that area. And it's just, I'm still resistant to the idea, but I know that this is an area that I need to face. And I can feel, because I can feel that anxiety, agitation already. Networking just does that to me. I just, but it's good.
Knowing that you are such an accomplished speaker and presenter, there's a part of me that thinks, well, now you get to feel what some other Toastmasters feel about learning to present.
I know.
There we are.
I know.
So thank you so much for joining us today. I'm really glad you came. And if someone would like to learn more about Toastmasters or get more information about the Pathways program, you can go to toastmasters.org. You can look up a club there. You can learn more about Pathways, or you can dig deeper into Pathways through toastmasters.org. Thank you again.